Is it working? Is it working? Hello? It's been so long since I've done this, I forgot what the hell I'm supposed to do. Maybe I should blink my fingers like this.
Nice.
That didn't work. Hey everybody, Kevin here from HumboldtCraftworks. How are ya? It's been 13 months since I've been on the YouTubes, except for one video I did at the end of last year. This is the first video of 2024, if you can believe that.
What?
And what the hell have I been doing? Well, I thought I had the perfect job until I didn't. Now what? So for those of you who don't know, I was a contractor for 20 years. I've been in the woodworking business for, probably 40. I got addicted to woodworking in woodshop and had woodshop every grade until I graduated high school. By the 9th grade, I was hooked. But right out of high school, I got a job as a union plumber.
Loser.
Because everybody in my family was a freaking union plumber. So I had to do it too. It wasn't bad, but it's not what I wanted to do. I wanted to do woodworking. So I moved up to Humboldt and became a woodworker.
Really?
And maybe that's a lot of you out there the same way. After doing it for 35 plus years, I decided, well, I'm just gonna work for my buddy who's got $27 million with the backlog.
Awesome.
Then I'll just work for him. That way I don't have to worry about the taxes anymore, calling people on the phone, going and measuring jobs, picking up the wood. I'll just do that for the last 5 years of my career. It'll be amazing. But what I wasn't expecting is to be laid off basically with no notice. Spilt milk, I guess, right? So I actually worked for this company 15 or 16 years ago just to build an apartment kitchen and like lobby thing or whatever. That's all I did. I went and worked for him for 6 months. 6 months was over and I was done with the job. That was it. This time I thought, yeah, I got the perfect job. I just show up for work and build stuff. Nope. I had the perfect job, like I said, until I didn't. And now what the hell am I gonna do? So if you haven't seen me in a while, I got less hair on the top and more hair on the chin. I don't know what the hell happened. Old age, you know what I'm saying? Nice to see you all. If you're new to the channel, subscribe, like, hit the notification bell, fling, flang, the bang, bang. That's basically crop dusting your whole friends when you're not looking thing. Just what it is. There we go. Are these the big glasses? Yes, these are the big glasses. You know what they say, the grass is always greener on the other side, right? Oh yeah, if I just do this, it'll be much better. You know, if I had that bigger jointer, man, that would be something else. I could really joint the crap out of everything, which I did. I bought a saw stop. I had a perfectly good Powermatic, I guess it was. It wasn't perfectly good, I didn't like it. I love the saw stop. Had it 15 years, still runs magnificent. Chop saw. Oh, I need a new chop saw. I went out and bought a new chop saw while I was working for somebody else that I thought was a Hitachi like this one. Turned out it was a Metabo. I bought it on eBay. They had a picture of a Hitachi, brand new in the box for $300.
I do things like that.
But we're gonna have a video on how to fix that piece of crap Metabo and make it awesome. It won't be as awesome as this guy because this guy is like 20 years old. It's the original. Can you tell by the handle? All right, so we're getting off track. So the grass is always greener on the other side. That's what they say, right? Well, not always. So I thought if I worked for somebody else, I wouldn't have to do all the crazy things I did as a contractor. Nice. I thought, cool, I get to build all this cool stuff because they do build some cool stuff, and I'll put some pictures of stuff I built up here. You know, I started out, I made tapered legs with these little metal things, so I had to make all sorts of jigs for that. The first thing I built was this big round laminated window. It was bigger than I was. I had to build the frame that it'd sit in. I thought, man, this place is cool. And then it turned into like 3 months of miter folding and doing hardware and doing all this other stuff. So my dream of, oh, this is an awesome thing, I get to do all this woodworking, turned into like, well, I'm a glorified assembler. And including the last job I did there before I was laid off, this was like, I don't know even how long it was, 12, 15 feet, all curved die wall with timber on it and had metal base on it. And it would have granite put on the top. It looked cool, but it was kind of boring to assemble. Having to fix things and redo things and rebuild things because the people who draw these intricate pictures and then they cut it out on the CNC machine don't think of how you're going to assemble it. Where do the bolts go? Where are the screws going to go? How are you going to attach this? They didn't figure out mathematically that a 3/4 inch timber go around the whole damn thing. You're going to have to cut off a crap load of the timber to make it look normal. And that was up to me. And I guess that's the woodworking part that they left up to me, which is fine. You know, I'm ranting, aren't I? All right, everybody. That's enough complaining for one video. Thanks for listening, I appreciate it. So if you're a young woodworker or an old woodworker and you're looking to enhance your woodworking skills and you're thinking about getting a job somewhere, my suggestion would be to stay away from larger companies because you won't learn as much as you will with a smaller cabinet shop or a furniture maker or something like that. You'll learn more when there's less people in the company because they have a bigger vested interest in you doing good. So working for a larger company, you're just going to be some guy that picks this up and puts that over there and pushes a button. And then you sand it and then you put it on the cart and off it goes. If that's what you want to do, that's fine. From my experience, what I've learned is I learned way more in smaller companies. I worked for myself for 20 years. I worked for a bar building company 13 years when I first moved to Humboldt. And I worked for my buddy's brother-in-law, Woody. And I learned actually the most from Woody about how to use all sorts of hand tools and table saws and everything like that because I was there with him for 11 months until I moved up here. And then somehow I got a job at a company called Wallace & Hines. They were custom bar builders that built old Brunswick-style bars. They shipped stuff all over the world, and I worked there for 13 years and spent 8 years traveling around the world installing all this stuff. I learned a ton there because there's only probably 15, 20 people at the most, even with 2 shifts going. And when you get into bigger companies, it's not really like that. Everybody does the same thing the exact same way, and you don't really learn the art of woodworking. If you're really wanting to learn stuff too, you can also watch YouTube. You can learn a lot from all sorts of people on YouTube. You can learn a lot from me. I only work in a little tiny 400 square foot shop, but I have every single tool I need to build anything I want. But it took me a while to get there. So don't worry about, oh, I don't have that panel saw, or I don't have this, or I don't have that. Just use what you can and build your way up. You can also go to a junior college. They usually have like woodworking shops you can learn there. You can work during the day and go to wood shop at night. It's a great place to learn, and it's cheap. So now we come to the very end of this video, and what the hell is going to happen to my future?
What?
So if I would have known that I was going to be laid off in 13 months, I probably wouldn't have taken the job and done what I'm about to do right now, and that's start my own e-commerce woodworking website. I spent 13 months working my ass off for somebody else when I could have been doing that for me. I wasted 13 months of my life after 18 or 19 years being my own boss, doing my own thing. And yeah, I was getting a little burned out on it. Installing stuff and running up and down ladders and everything since my mid-20s. I think it's time to just calm down a little bit and not do all the crazy things that 30-year-olds should be doing. So if you're young and you're in your 20s and 30s, just go for it. Don't even think about it, just go for it. Do whatever you gotta do to make it happen before things start to hurt, like around 35 or 40, so go for it. First thing I have to do is come up with about 10 or 15 different projects, right? Whether it's a shelf with a bunch of holes in it like this one. Yeah, I'm gonna put a finger on there, you just hang that on the wall like that. Nice. So I'm gonna try to make the most highest end thing I can make, the finest quality. We're gonna try to make heirloom quality pieces that we can sell for as cheap as possible to everybody out there. And I need to get SketchUp, so I learned how to draw, make the cut lists. It'll tell you how much material you need, and then I'll figure out the time by just building the damn thing, and I'll know what it will all cost. I'll learn how to draw it on there, and that way I can give you all the plans. I have a laser beam machine that I haven't even used, but I plan on using that somehow so we can customize things, so extra money. All right, and the last thing is, after I build this whole thing and videotape the whole thing, I'm gonna give whatever I build, my demo product, I'm gonna give it away to one of you out there.
Really?
Whoever wins, wins. We'll do the random drawing thing like I did for the butcher blocks a million years ago, and that way I'll practice the whole thing. Well, thanks for listening. Sorry it was just a rant-filled piece of poop video. Wanted everybody to know what's going on. Be prepared for more videos coming out. I'm buying a lot of parts and a lot of new things for the shop. I got these little guys right here. I don't know if you can see what they are. They're ease-in, adjustable, tapered bits. I saw these on some video I was watching. I thought, oh man, that's the coolest thing ever. And they work kind of good. I found a little defect in them. We'll talk about that in the next video. And I bought all the plug cutters. And I've been spending way too much money on new stuff. This cost $75. But we're gonna have a little video on this. It'll be a short video. You gotta get new stuff because all the stuff in here is rusted. All right, everybody. Well, thanks for listening. All of you who subscribed, thank you very much. I appreciate it. Somehow I got 1,000 subscribers in like a year. I don't know how that happened, but I keep getting 1 or 2 a day. Sometimes I get 5. I really appreciate everybody out there. I really need your help getting through all this crap. Hopefully it doesn't take me very long to get this done. I'm planning on 4 to 5 weeks to get 15 projects drawn and built. And then I'm gonna slowly get my website up, which I have to do after I get all that done so I can take pictures of it, put it up on the website. I got a lot of things to do in a short period of time, and I'm gonna need your guys' help and feedback, I think. So next week or in a couple days or whatever, I'm gonna do a little review on these things and how they work and if they're good or not. And by then I'll really know because you gotta fiddle-faddle with stuff for a while before I actually give a review. I don't usually give too many good reviews of things. So Well, thanks for listening. I feel much better now that's off my chest. Whew. All right, onwards and uppers, people. We'll see you soon. Bye. Did I get flushed down the toilet that time? Dang it.
Subscribe now.